welcome to another video. And as usual, before I get started, go ahead and smash that like and subscribe if you're new to this content. And to my current subscribers, I appreciate you guys more, so hey, let's just get right to it. So at the time of making this video, the Safemoon price is 30146. Bitcoin is now down to 26,000, roughly 26,900 and change. And basically, Bitcoin seems as if the bottom, based on all the different technical analysis that I've been seeing across the board on multiple different channels, the bottom base is about 20,000, where people are going to just go ahead and dollar cost average. So what's happening? Why is Bitcoin slipping? And we need to always look at the bigger picture rather than just having a very much of a tunnel vision. What the world is going on with Bitcoin and why is it slipping? There's a bunch of uncertainty in the market, guys, where people are not sure if the federal fund rate is going to keep going up. And based on the summarization from the Jackson Hole Economic Summit meeting that Jerome Powell normally attend on an annual basis, he basically said that, he still thinks the inflation rate is too high. As we do know, for those of you that are not aware, Jerome Powell wants to pull the inflation rate down to 2%. We are right around a 3.5%. So as a result, he's going to go ahead and keep hiking interest rates. And we all do understand that the economy on goods and services, everything is just basically getting expensive. There isn't a person out there that's not seeing what this inflation is actually causing. And even the rich people are seeing this as well. So as a result, they are making the necessary adjustments to go ahead and, pay more and pay less where they need to, or lay off people where they need to go ahead and help the bottom line. So how can we go ahead and adjust for this? And it's not the fact that, hey, take your money and start dollar cost averaging. Yes, this is a time when a lot of people tend to pull back, but this is when you start making those calculated decisions on what are the most viable things I should put my money in. Okay, some people just go ahead and keep their money in the bank, and we all know you don't really get that much of a return on your investment as it pertains to the interest rates that banks are actually offering. Some people go ahead and leverage their money on options in the stock market. The stock market is looking good, but there's a serious situation that's going on in China right now, where two of the largest real estate companies, basically one has just filed for bankruptcy, which is worth over $384 billion. They have filed for, in their country, Chapter 15. And the second largest real estate company, development company in China, has missed 2 payments. Now, the United States has a lot of investments in those real estate companies, not directly, but in some shape and some form, and they will be affected as well. So if you put your money in the stock market, you might start seeing a tremendous amount of losses that's going to be happening as time goes on, because a lot of those investors are going to be taking their money, and if you go in right now, you might suffer a loss too. And this is the reason why a lot of people do puts and calls an option where, hey, they're going to go ahead and hedge if the price goes down, or they're going to put a hedge if the price goes up. So you can make money in any different strategy that you set aside to go ahead and make money in a down market. And this is what you do. You try to figure out, okay, whenever there's a problem, where is the opportunity? And this is the way in which how I think. And let me give you guys a full landscape. I know what it's like to see when somebody loses it all and how to come back. And all of those people that became millionaires, a lot of those persons do in fact have a story. There ain't a millionaire out there that does not have a story if they came from nothing. And the way in which how they came back to where they are today, a lot of people admire them because they were able to go through a situation and able to recover. Now, what does that do for us as an investors in crypto or anything that, like, either real estate or whatever? How do we relate to this bear market? And the way in which how you relate to this bear market is that you be calm. You do not tell every person your very move what you're gonna invest in all the time. You keep certain secrets to yourself. Of course, guys, you don't let everybody know what your bag size is. You don't let them know which platforms or how you maneuver around your tokens. All this stuff you need to keep close to your heart. So yes, this is the reason why most of us go ahead and dollar cost average into your favorite blue chip. Yes, you'll hear me say which particular tokens I'm invested in, but you'll never hear exactly how much I'm putting in, because I don't want to be tracked on how much I'm actually spending. Hey, I can very well be a whale, but I would never go ahead and admit that I am one of the largest whales for said token. That's not really important. But what you guys need to do is develop the mindset. And that's why it's important that if you can think it, you can believe it, it's going to happen. You have to start thinking that you're going to make it. If you keep thinking of the gloom and doom, that everything is actually going to be tough, you actually are going to start believing that you're not going to make it. And if you start thinking that, hey, I'm going to be successful, you're going to work towards being successful. And that's why, and I do understand the economy, that's why you'll hear me say, hey, invest a minimum of 2 million tokens in Safemoon. Yes, I will see the comments. And guys, I do see your comments. You're watching the video. I'm not ignoring you guys. What is the maximum of Safemoon you should get? But you know, that is up to your discretion from your financial situation. I don't know your financial situation. I can't tell you how much to buy. I'm just telling you what the bottom amount you need to invest in, and you get Safemoon. You put a good amount in the staking for BBTF as well. And once Safemoon, in fact, start offering staking on their platform, you go ahead and put it as well. My strategy is to put away a decent amount of my investments into an offline wallet. And I will wait 4, 5, 6 years until those things mature. This is how it works for me. I have seen how people and affiliate myself with people who are actually well off. And I have seen the level of patience that these people do have. And I think a lot of the general retailers is that we don't really have the patience. And I always try to figure out what makes this rich person, friend of mine, different from me. And I realized that it's not the fact that they cannot handle stress. The level of patience that they have means that they do believe in what they invested. As long as you believe in something and you know that the project that you're investing in is actually going in the direction and where you would like it to go, why stress? Just keep dollar cost averaging because you believe in it. And this is what happened with Bitcoin. A lot of those Bitcoiners, there was a lot of FUD. A lot of people had doubt because they wanted gold to be the thing. And hey, there's nothing wrong with gold. Gold has actually made the name for itself. It was the currency back in the day. Then they brought up the dollar, and then you had silver. And then, as you do know, when there was inflation, the price of gold goes up. And we see when Bitcoin was introduced into the market, there was a lot of pushback in reference to, hey, Bitcoin is a Ponzi scheme. It's only being used by cartels and people to money launder. There was a lot of different controversies as pertain to Bitcoin. So how does this resonate when it comes to Safemoon and all the other tokens, Ethereum, etc., etc.? This is a new type of era that we are actually in. In about 20, 30 years from now, a lot of people are going to say, hey, wow, why those persons are actually invested in crypto, and they have known that the way in which how it has evolved to this day, they should have invested even more. So for most of you guys who doesn't know what the Hanley guy is, or Haley guy, who actually is involved in, I think it's either Dan Hanley, who's involved with the Bitcoin actually creation, one of the most leading programmers that I think he had MLS. He died 9 years ago. Never really get to see Bitcoin actually mature to this point, but he was really involved in a lot of the coding with Satoshi because he believed in the whole ecosystem and the way in what Bitcoin represented in reference to not having any government involvement. They actually designed the crypto platform to actually just keep materializing and maturing as time goes on, as more and more people buy into it. So in that day and time when Bitcoin came out, the economy was not really the greatest. In 2008, the economy is not the greatest. Always invest your heaviest in a down economy. Right now, the economy right now here in the United States and internationally is cracked. It is stressed. And this is the time when a lot of the a la cartes or all the other billionaires and millionaires, this is when they take advantage of the market. And as retailers, because we are financially challenged, we don't have the necessary funds to go ahead and buy the amount of resources that the millionaires can afford. Basically, it means that they will always win in the end. So knowing and seeing the price of these cryptos tokens in this day and time, you need to take advantage of these crypto tokens prices. For example, Safemoon, BBTF, Ethereum, ADA, XRP, SHIB, and the list goes on. You want to take advantage of these particular tokens now. Only put your money in tokens that you know that has a use case in the future. If you can see 3, 4, 5 years down the line, I know we can't, but if you can actually just see or project where these tokens may in fact be going, those are the tokens that you should put your funds in. Yes, I have a 5 list of blue chip tokens. I actually added a 6. BBTF is actually the 6. And I'm invested heavily in all of these other tokens. I'm not going to tell you how much I've invested, but I'm basically a heavy investor. And when I do invest, there's no quiver. I don't flinch I invest, I put it away because to me they are gold. They will become diamond as time go on. And seeing the price of where Safemoon is today, and you guys know, even if the Safemoon exchange comes out in winter of 2023, and it does not, and you have to always think of the pros versus the cons. All right. Let's say, for example, winter of 2023 comes. The economy is still fractured. The inflation rates are still going up. People are still holding back on their funds. The Safemoon price, let's just say the exchange comes out on the blockchain and we only eat 2 zeros. A lot of people will sell. People will hope that, okay, I thought we were going to hit 10,000x. We will go to maybe $3.84. Let's just say it doesn't happen until maybe March of 2024. Okay? All of those persons that actually, let's say if they sold because they were, let's say, disgruntled or unsatisfied with where the price is, to let you guys know, these things can very well happen. So you have to plan in an event. If this doesn't happen, then do this. And this is the way in which how I think I always look ahead of pros versus the cons. And that goes for every type of investment you need to invest in a bear market. But this time now, because prices are at the bottom level, the ground level right now, why not? And even though this is not financial advice, my approach is, why not take advantage of these investments? My goal is to bring in as much money as possible and invest that money in some of the most lucrative investments there is, so I can have a really good retirement. Guys, to be honest with you, the way in which my level of thinking and how I invest, I am always laser focused. I get what I want. If I want to invest in something, I set forward and I analyze, research, and I get it. Sometimes it takes a little longer, but I get it. To give you guys an idea, I've been working on something just in the last couple of years. It actually worked out yesterday. And this is why I'm saying you have to be diligent on what you are investing in, because if you do not believe in something, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. So whenever investing, you have to, number one, do the research. Take a look at the company. Make sure that the things that they're delivering are attainable. If these are projects that they are working on that are not attainable, why invest in these projects? Because if you invest in something that you are not sure about, then you're going to be wasting your money. You look at the entire landscape. Just of those persons who invested in Bitcoin, there was a small fraction of people that actually believe in Bitcoin, but there was a large masses of people that did not. And if you look at something like, for example, Da Vinci, if you look at all of the comments, people are saying, I wish I had known. And that is going to be the case with all the other blue chip tokens, including Safemoon, 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the line, where people are going to be Googling and see what was the Safemoon bottom floor price 2, 3 years from now. I'm wondering, wow, I only have 50,000 tokens I can afford, and I'm spending all of this money. Let's say they have $1,000 and the Safemoon price is, say, 80 cents, and they only, I'm just doing a rough guess, let's say they're only able to accumulate maybe 60,000 tokens with $1,000 plus, all right? You will know that you were able to get it early. So if this video is adding value to your knowledge and helping you with your decisions and your investment, like, share, subscribe. Because if you believe that you're gonna make it with your investment, you have to start working towards it. And that's the only way you're gonna be successful. And that's the only way one day you might become a millionaire. All right, you have to hold on to your belief in what you're doing and stay strong, and that's the only way you're gonna make it. So let's just segue for a minute. Yes, there's a lot of information going on with BitBoy. Most of you guys know about BitBoy, a legend in the crypto space as well. Okay, he also talked about it with Safemoon. But ran a company. Apparently, the company, I guess he didn't own the rights to the company. They just used his name, but he was the brand of the company. And they have since parted ways with BitBoy. Now, they've made many allegations that maybe he has relapsed on drugs, etc. Now, we don't want nobody to be on drugs. We hope that if that's the case, that he seeks help. But, you know, he actually built that company, BitBoy Crypto. Okay, he has done a lot of work, and a lot of people actually has a lot of issues with BitBoy. I get it for some of the things that he said, but he did an excellent job at FTX situation down there in the Bahamas, trying to find out information. But, you know, everybody does their thing. But BitBoy actually made money off crypto. He believed in the cause. He invested in his token, and he made a ton of money in it. And I think whenever you do invest in something, make sure you are the number one ownership of your domain. Okay? CEO, no. Be the president of the company, full ownership. You can be the CEO, you're the board, you can actually be pushed away if you're not the owner of your domain. Be the owner of your investments with no other person having a second decision, so that you can, if you want to go ahead and make improvements, you don't need to talk to anybody to make improvements. So as a result, because he did not do that level of our research and he put his business in the hands of somebody else to run the YouTube channel, get the name of the company, the rights of the company, they were able to actually basically form a coup and actually cause him to actually leave the company. So again, like, share, subscribe to this video, guys. Today should be a very, very interesting day. We know what Safemoon did with the enhancement of the bridges and all that stuff. I think I did explain it to you guys. If you guys have any comments, you can go ahead and let me know. But again, think it, believe it, make it happen, and you guys will be fine. And let's just look, August of 2024, I will do a chronicle on these videos to see where the price of Safemoon is. And I know it's not going to be to that same price. And I hope you guys will be able to be here to do the chronological order as well as me with these videos. So hey guys, 560 votes. Let's go ahead and subscribe. Let's go ahead and bring those subscribers up if you joined this video. And if you're new to this content, like, share, subscribe. And until I see you guys again, you guys have a wonderful day and peace.